that music must mean it's time for Animal Talk. It is America's Pet Show. Helping you out with your pets and having some fun along the way. Some of the best doggone pet people on the planet. And today, we are going to be talking to Bo Derek. She had a line of pet products out, horse shampoo and the like. And we had her on the show, on the phone, chit-chat about those products. And you're going to hear Mark Hannes' voice, Brian Donovan, Brad Davis, and myself, Jamie Flanagan. Here it comes, Animal Talk.
We're here to make your world animalogically safe and sound. If you have a dog, a cat, a bird, a reptile, any kind of animal, we're here to help you. So pick up the phone and give us a call because we love you. You can also email us at Brian Donovan. We have a superstar on the phone here. Superstar.
We sure do. Not many people can claim to be an American icon. But in 1979, our next guest with beaded cornrows and a sexy swimsuit became etched in the collective consciousness as she emerged from the sea to become Dudley Moore's fantasy girl in the movie 10. Of course, we're talking about Bo Derek. Welcome to Animal Talk.
Hi.
How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I understand you're eating dinner, so we'll make this quick.
Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
So what you having?
Now, let me ask you, how does Bo Derek become entangled in the nasty, horrible world of the pet industry?
Is it a terrible, horrible word? I've been having a great experience, actually.
Well, you're not on the sales end like we are.
I've always loved animals, and what happened was I was working about 4 years ago on a line of cosmetics and skincare for people. And I was working with a chemist, and I said I had at the time 9 dogs and 26 horses.
That's too much.
I said, you know what I need? I need some great stuff for my animals. I need something that we've got to figure out a way that I can wash them quickly and keep them clean because they're always in the house. And so I started working with them, and then I realized this is what I'm really passionate about. And I had something unique to offer in the formulation, so I started putting all my attention toward this.
And your product line is called Bless the Beasts.
Bless the Beast.
Bo Derek's Bless the Beast.
That's right.
And is it on the store shelves yet?
It's at all Petco stores across the country.
And how's it doing?
It's doing really well. We came out in about November, and it's doing well, and I'm having so much fun with it. And it is really my company. You know, so many people just lend their name to something. But this is mine. It's been in the works for 4 years, and I'm having really a good time with it because it's something I believe in.
Okay, so we have the shampoo sprays, the shampoo creams.
Yeah, the shampoo spray is unique. That was when I said I need something that's fast and easy. And you don't think of shampoo in a spray bottle, but it makes the application so fast and easy. It's really great.
It's like a spritz then, right?
Yeah, but it's just in a very liquid form, so it's easy to apply, and you can concentrate, more of it on problem areas, and it's really fast and really easy.
One thing I haven't heard until I started reading about your products is the candles. What's that all about?
That's about about being able to live with them in the house.
Okay, so these are...
when the house gets a little doggy and starts smelling bad, then you can light these candles. And all the fragrances, there are heavy fragrances because they don't always smell so good.
I just can't imagine your house smelling like dogs. I would imagine if it did smell like dogs, I would think it was my fault or something. Not too long ago, we had Tippi Hedren on, and you're involved with the Roar Foundation. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
I am. It's great. Tippi is just the most amazing woman. She's really dedicated her whole life to exotic animals and rescuing exotic animals. So many people will get, a lion cub or a tiger cub or something and think they're cute, and then 4 months later, they're dangerous. They're tearing up the house. And what do you do with them? And Tippi has adopted so many, and she cares for them and has devoted her whole life to them. And so we were working together earlier in last year, trying to pass a bill in Congress and the Senate to restrict the breeding and selling of exotic animals.
Well, absolutely.
It's really a problem.
Bo, we here at Animal Talk supported that highly because it's a situation that just because people can own an animal doesn't mean they should own an animal. An animal that is either dangerous to the owner or to people around the society, or that an animal that is almost impossible for a private owner to care for well
Exactly.
That's just a dangerous situation. There are so many wonderful other kind of pets people can have. And if they're into exotic pets, there's plenty of snakes, fish, other kinds of animals that can satisfy people's need or want for exotic animals without having to get something that's a carnivore that can hunt you.
Yes, and they do, and it's not the animal's fault. They're just being natural.
Absolutely.
And they're not pets. They are not pets, and they never will be.
Well, the wolf dog people don't take too kindly to us because we've been proponents of owning a wolf dog is a problem. Owning a dog's fine.
Yeah,
and
they're not dogs.
No, they are not.
They are not dogs.
And
my father has a part wolf, and it's a different animal altogether.
It's a wolf, or if it does have enough dog in it to create a genetic confusion, then you have an animal who you don't know what behavior is going to come out of them.
Exactly.
Is it going to be wolf?
That's what my father deals with all the time. It just amazes him.
Is it going to be a wolf behavior or a dog behavior? And if you're expecting the dog and you get the wolf, you got a problem.
I agree.
Okay, 5 years down the road, what do you think your leading product will be?
5 years down the road.
What's your favorite product?
I think the shampoos and the conditioners are really great. They really are the finest ingredients. So many. I was washing my animals a lot. I had to, as I said, they were in the house, and so many of the they're like chemical, strong, industrial type detergents, and everything is very pH neutral and very mild and luxurious products.
So this is all original stuff that you came up with?
Totally original.
Really?
Totally original.
There's a lot of that private labeling going on. You know that.
No, it's not. That's what I was trying to say. And the company is really mine. I own it. It's my investment. Everything.
You know what? The pet industry is filled with many my toos. I've been the vice president of sales and marketing of a number of pet product manufacturing companies over the years, and new and original products in the pet industry over the past few years have been rather rare. So I think this is going to take the industry by storm.
Thank you. I hope you're right. And I've got incredible. It's interesting too when you put everything, your heart and your soul into something like this, and then the letters that I receive from people who have bought the products. It's so nice. I mean, they've really been incredible. The response has been fantastic.
Bo, is there a website or something like that where people can go to get more information?
I have my website, which is blessthebeast.net, and then also petopia.com. Which is associated with Petco, also has the product.
Well, I'll tell you what, also, you'll be able to get a link from our website to your website, so if people go check that out as well at animaltalkradio.com. Bo, thank you so much for being with us. We really do appreciate it. Please keep us posted with any new stuff you come out so we can let people know about it, because we always like to have our listeners know about the newest, neatest, and most innovative pet products coming out on the market. Again, Bo Derek, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Good night.
Good night. That's like a high school fantasy come true. What can I say? What can I say?
You're pretty easy to please.
Yeah, no kidding. I'm in my 40s now.
Don't get me wrong. Bo Derek, that's great, but just talking to her on the radio?
Hey, there you go.
Maybe we can get her to come in and wash a dog for us.
Yeah, now you're talking. Now we're cooking with gas.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah,
is she still on hold? I'm in so much trouble.
Yeah.
God, I hope not.
Animal Talk, where we sink to the lowest common denominator within a heartbeat.
That's right. Has your Fido been a Dumbo? Professor Donovan can bring out the Einstein in your dog on Animal Talk. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Now it's time for one of our favorite segments of all time.
No, not quite.
Not quite. Uh-oh.
In a moment.
Yeah,
now it's time for knock-knock jokes.
We're breaking in an intern here, and we're
careful how you phrase that.
We have Little Beetle at the board now.
That's right.
Backdoor fiction. You decide.
All right, Brian Donovan, tell us how this works.
All right, well, we know that when it comes to animal stories, truth is oftentimes stranger than fiction. We're going to read 3 stories, 2 of which are true, that we pulled off the news wires. 1 was fabricated by Dr. Brad Davis. No telling who is going to read the false story. Your job is to ferret that false story out. Give us a call if you think you know. And if you're correct, you win prizes for your pet.
All right, here we go. First story, St. Valentine's Kiss of Life for voles. A 24-hour sex marathon is being organized for St. Valentine's Day.
If you're going to talk that way through the whole thing, pare it down, will you?
To save the water vole. 15 males and 15 female voles will be matched up for a mating session to help breed one of Britain's most endangered species. Mammal Trust UK hopes to repopulate the countryside by breeding voles in captivity at a wildlife center in Kent. The lucky voles will enjoy a specially constructed breeding cages complete with an in-suite swimming pool. And because voles are semi-aquatic, they need that, and also a relaxing straw bed. Therefore, the voles will reproduce, and we will have more voles. There you go.
Okay, story number 2 out of Bangkok. After years entertaining tourists with football matches and orchestral performances, 4 Thai elephants are to have a break and get married. As St. Valentine's Day falls during the annual mating period for Thai elephants, the head of a provincial elephant club has decided to hold a wedding for 2 elephant couples at his camp. Now it is mating season. I think we should organize a wedding for them on Valentine's Day so they can live well and produce well. Sampas Mipan, head of the Ayatua Elephant Club, told Reuters. In the wedding, Sampas said, would feature a traditional welcoming ceremony for productive male elephants, which are hired to mate with female elephants at the club's stables. Copulation will take place right after the wedding in a screened outdoor area, he said. Elephants in Thailand, which in the past were usually trained for the logging business, are now taught to perform entertainment shows for tourists.
All right. Number 3, and I'm sure the best. Montego Bay, Jamaica. British pop star Phil Collins had his nose broken Thursday while swimming with dolphins at a Jamaican resort. Collins, a soloist and former lead singer of Genesis, was in a small bay that's part of Breeze's Montego Bay Resort, taking part in a program where tourists can swim with 5 captive dolphins. After about 15 minutes, the play became spirited, and the dolphin rammed Collins in the face. A lifeguard helped him to safety, but he never lost consciousness. Doctors feel that he will make a complete recovery and that the injury should have no effect on his voice.
So the dolphin
What a beauty.
got a couple extra fish that day, I bet.
There you go. All right, pick which one of these stories is false, a lie, a fabrication, and win a prize. Is it the voles have a sex marathon?
Is it the elephants to get married on Valentine's Day?
Or is it a dolphin gone bad and hits Phil Collins in the nose?
All right, we have a line open at once. Let's go to Laura. Hey, Laura, welcome to Animal Talk. How you doing today? Hello, Laura.
Lara? Lara?
Going once.
Hey, you.
Going twice. And she's gone.
Oh, bye.
All right, let's go to Mary. Hey, Mary, welcome to Animal Talk. How you doing today?
Fine, and you?
Very good. What can we do for you?
Good. What's your name, sir?
My name is Mark, and we have Brian here, and we have Dr. Mark.
Hello, Mark. Hi, Brian.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Mark.
Hello.
Hello. I'm so glad to know that there's a station on the radio that I can call for help. I picked up a stray mama cat in November, and she had 5 babies with her, and it was really cold out. So I brought them in with my roommate, and they've come down with ringworm. And it's mostly on their heads and necks, and I'm shampooing them. I have taken them to the doctor, but I don't want to poison them with the fungus pills, so I declined to take them. And because they're babies, and I know they have feline leukemia, and I don't want to upset their immune system any more than it is. And so I was wondering if hydrogen peroxide would work on the... Would it be able to kill the ringworm as well as antibiotics? Because I've tried that, and I had one cat, and he had it first, and it went away because I was washing him with...
What do you think, Dr. Mark? Will that work?
The hydrogen peroxide and antibiotics won't help us much here. Fungal lesions are actually challenging to get rid of. Usually it's a course of both topical medication, either rinses or shampoos, and oral medication. There is some use of actually what's currently a flea control product called Program is having some success in controlling fungal lesions. And what's nice about Program is it's extremely well tolerated by kitties. So there are some fairly non-toxic options. It is true that the oral antifungal medications can be somewhat toxic to kitties, especially if not used carefully and at just the right doses. But There are some good options. There are very few things available that you can just use that are over the counter. You really do have to work with your veterinarian to find a good, effective control.
I see. Now, is this program topical? It's put between the backbone of the kitty?
The program is actually an oral or injectable medication.
Oh, I see. And is that you said that's flea control? Is that
It's marketed marketed as a flea control product, but it is extremely safe type of product.
Yeah, but it is a chemical, right? It's not really like a natural drug.
It is a drug. It's not.
You know, Mark, we get a lot of questions about people who either want to do home remedies or something that's natural.
Right.
Because today it seems that natural is synonymous with healthy and non-polluting. That's not always the case, though, is it? Just because something's natural doesn't necessarily make it effective.
Cyanide is awfully natural.
Yeah, cyanide, it really is, and you're absolutely right. I can certainly understand people's concerns. What's nice about program is that it was invented to prevent fleas from reproducing, and it acts on a part of flea metabolism physiology.
It makes the female fleas ugly.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like flea birth control, but it really is extremely safe to use in mammals. So I think it's a very legitimate option to look at if you have other concerns of some of the other available medications.
There you go, Mary.
Don't forget we have the fact or fiction out there. 3 stories, one's false. Is it the voles going on a mating marathon for 6 hours or for 24 hours on Valentine's Day?
Is it the elephants to get married on Valentine's Day?
Or is it the dolphin and Phil Collins' nose?
There you go. Pick which one is a lie. Win a prize here in the Animal Talk Radio Network. Here on the Animal Talk Radio Network, where we have more fun.
We are having fun tonight.
Than a human being should be allowed to have. Hey, let's go right back to the phones. Let's go to Sarah. Hey, Sarah, welcome to Animal Talk. How you doing today?
Fine.
What can we do for you today, Sarah?
Okay, I have a beagle,
Mm-hmm.
and when I have guests over or something, she would just start jumping on him and whining and barking at him, and sometimes she'll even growl and just run around in circles around him.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
Sarah, how old are you?
10.
I'm going to ask you a question. Most adults don't get this right, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
The question is, what would you like your dog to do when people come over?
I don't know, sit still and not do anything.
You know, you answered that better than most adults answer. Most people say, I want my dog to just stop jumping. What I'm getting at is you need something specific. You can't get rid of a behavior unless you have something specific you want the dog to do. Now, you just said you want your dog to sit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's very specific, and that's an excellent approach. Now, your dog is jumping on people. Why? Why do you think he's jumping?
I don't know.
Because he wants attention, right?
Yeah.
He likes to visit people, and that's dog language. That's the only language your dog knows to get attention. So if you convinced him that he would get the same amount of attention if he sat, he would do it every single time. Do you believe that?
Mm-hmm.
He would. So you got to teach your dog to sit. Have you done that yet?
Well, I'm trying.
Okay.
I'm going to take him to classes.
You are taking him to classes?
Not yet, but when I get my AKC papers back,
Yeah.
then I'm going to start taking him to class.
Good move. Now, when you do this, you always have to associate the sit command with something really, really good. So you have the dog sit and maybe give him a treat. Or have him sit and then scratch his chest. You know, something he really likes. Or have him sit and then when he's done, toss a ball for him. You know, any kind of a game that he likes that you can associate it with the sit command, he'll do it every single time. Okay, so that's your start. So when people come over, you have to have your dog on leash.
Okay.
You have to have a game plan. He has to know what sit means before these people come over. So until then, you might want to just keep the leash on him and keep him away. And then anytime he's calm, or if he's in his cage or in another room and he's being quiet, then let him out after he calms down, okay?
Okay.
But you got to teach him that sit command so you can teach him something other than jumping. You can't just erase the jumping without putting something in its place.
Yeah, I try to get him to calm down. Sometimes you just, if they're petting him, you just lay down and roll over and let him pet him. But if they're not, he just, barks at him.
Hey, Sarah, you know what we're going to do? We're going to send you a videotape on how to train your dog. How does that sound?
That sounds good.
And you know why Mark offered that to you?
Huh?
because Mark offered that because those videotapes are mine, and he likes to give my stuff away.
Yeah, because it doesn't cost me a thing, and it costs Brian money. Isn't that great, Sarah?
Okay. So if you can get, is your mom or dad home?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you could get one of them on the phone, and we can get all their information while you're on hold, and then we can send that tape out to you, okay?
Okay.
It'll
All
tell
right.
you how to do this.
Thanks
Okay.
for calling, Sarah.
You're welcome.
This is great. We're indoctrinating the youth of America early. I mean, we're helping them quickly to learn all
You
about
see how
their
clear
pets.
thinking kids can be? You know?
Oh, sure.
And
Yes.
adults all the time, routinely. You guys have heard me ask this question
Miss it by
lots
a
of
mile,
time.
yeah.
I'll say, what do you want your dog to do? I want him to quit jumping. I want him to act right. And all these real ambiguous things. She said, I want my dog to sit and stay. That's
See?
the
Smart kid.
first step in solving it.
All right, hey, let's go to Betty and Brantwood. Hey, Betty, welcome to Animal Talk and KMOX.
Thank you.
So you want to give a crack at the fact or fiction, huh?
Right.
A track at the flapping pimmon. Okay. Easy for me to say, huh?
You never get that phrase right. Try something
I don't
else.
believe the
Would
story
you-
about the bowl.
Okay, so we'll recap them real quickly. On Valentine's Day, they're going to get 15 female and male voles together, and they're going to have a sex orgy to make other voles.
Not going to happen.
Okay.
And the second story was the elephants were to get married on Valentine's Day in Bangkok. You believe that story?
That's true.
Okay.
And the third story is Phil Collins' nose broken while playing with some dolphins.
That's true.
You know what, Betty? The vole story is absolutely true.
Oh, my. I wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah, why do you think we read it? We didn't believe it either. Isn't that ridiculous?
Ridiculous.
You know, my wife and I didn't have that nice of a honeymoon suite for crying out loud.
Oh, poor you.
I'm just kidding. We were in Hawaii. It was great. All right, Betty. Thank you very much for calling. Nice
Thank
try,
you.
though. Let's go back to the phones. Let's go to Sally. Hey, Sally. Welcome to Animal Talk. How you doing?
Fine.
What can we do for you?
Well, I think the dolphin story is not true because I know they're kind of crazy about elephants.
So you think the dolphin story is the false story?
Right.
Guess what, Sally? You're a winner.
Yay!
All right.
You have deduced it correctly.
Good, good.
Is there anything else we can do for you today?
Yes, I need you to please figure out what's wrong with my 16-year-old Dalmatian.
Wow, that's the problem. He's 16 years old.
Well, until recently, she didn't have any skin problems, but she has started getting lumps under the fur, and the fur will pull out in a circle with like little scabs or brown material. The vet at first said it was bacterial infection, gave her antibiotics, that didn't fix it. Then they called it sebaceous cyst, and now they're thinking they're oil glands coming to the surface.
Is this just one or two spots or all over the body?
Several kind of on the neck and the back, like all on the right side.
Okay. That type of thing, when it pulls out and there's a lot of crusty stuff at the base, certainly something bacterial is always a concern. 16 years old, you know that you tried antibiotics. The problem with radio and dermatology is it's hard to do those together. It's really nice to kind of see.
It's kind of like radio and surgery.
Yeah, those are hard too. It's nice to see it, but certainly a bacterial infection would have been a good thought, but there are definitely some structures in the skin that could be producing changes, both cystic-like structures and, a 16-year-old, all sorts of seborrhea-type issues. That's really hard to be helped on, other than to say that if you're not satisfied with what's going on, there are veterinarians who specialize in dermatology problems that might be an appropriate place to go for a second opinion. But those are challenging.
I think a lot of people don't know that. It's worth stating that again. There are specialties in veterinary medicine.
Absolutely.
From oncology to dermatology, cats, feline practices, a whole litany of things that, and will most vets readily refer their clients to a specialist?
Most veterinarians love to refer things that they're getting frustrated with.
Okay.
It's just a question of, are they available in your area?
Coming up after the break, we'll be talking to Chris Tournier from FlyingFishExpress.com. We're going to be talking about setting up a saltwater mini reef aquarium, a beautiful living ecosystem in your home. We're going to be starting this week. Mark the Animal Honest and his beautiful wife are going to set a saltwater mini reef up in their living room, and we are going to have a digital record of this on our website. and you can actually kind of follow along with this. So you see a little bouncing ball on the music. Well, this is going to be via the internet.
Webcam at Mark's house.
There you go, to be able to see how to set up a saltwater reef tank. Simple, easy. You don't have to be a rocket scientist. You don't have to be a chemist. You don't have to be a biologist. You just got to have the desire here on the Animal Talk Radio Networks. And now it's time for...
Helping you clean up your aquarium. It's time for a fishy fact.
All right, today's fishy fact is introducing Chris Tournier from Flying Fish Express, ffexpress.com. Hey, Chris, welcome to Animal Talk.
How you doing, Mark?
Very good. So we're going to set up a saltwater mini reef tank using the basics of any aquarium, which are a aquarium, a biological filter,
A plastic scuba guy with bubbles coming out of his nose.
a very important point, a protein skimmer, and the aquarium light. Between a protein skimmer, a biological filter, and aquarium light, which one is the most important thing you need for a saltwater mini reef?
Other than a fish tank?
Well, yeah, the fish tank is probably first.
All right. Well, you need lighting and a protein skimmer, probably the two most important things you need for a fish tank, a reef tank.
And the reality is, folks, this is not difficult to set up, is it, Chris?
No, it's very easy. I mean, you can even do it in one afternoon and have a tank not completely ready to go, but at least ready to go through its cycling process.
I'm thinking of setting up a theme tank, and the theme is the Detroit River. I've got like some, little junk cars and things. Do you guys sell the fake plastic corpses?
Unfortunately, we don't. You could probably go to any river.
Is that like
part of the U.S. and probably find any polluted material you might need for the Detroit River?
a tiny little Jimmy Hoffa?
Yeah. Oh, lovely, lovely. Well, and what a mini reef is basically bringing a reef from the ocean and putting it into the living room with live corals, invertebrates such as crabs, starfish, snails, sea cucumbers, sea fans, certain types of fish, so that you have a living, breathing tableau of life that actually flows, kind of looking like the way a reef would look.
You put invertebrates in there?
Absolutely.
Like radio executives, things like that?
There you go. Yeah, there goes all those contracts across the country being ripped up as we speak. This is going to be a fun process, an easy process. We're going to take digital pictures of this as we go. The unique part of this is I am going to be able to get everything I need for this mini reef in my underwear. That's
now,
right.
You mentioned you're going to have a webcam on this. Please remember that the webcam is on as you're walking past this tank.
You'll know soon, boxers or briefs. Just hang on,
geez.
folks. You'll be able to figure that out. Actually, Flying Fish Express or ffexpress.com, I can get everything from an aquarium stand, lights, live rock, everything you'd need to set up an aquarium. Isn't that right?
Yeah, you can pretty much get anything. I mean, anything you'd ever possibly need, and even the most rarest organisms that come out of the ocean as well.
So this is going to be a fun process. Everything that you need to filter this tank and to run this tank is going to hang on the back of the aquarium. It's almost like going to the store and buying just one of those filters you hang on the back when you're going to have a few goldfish. It's not a lot more complicated than that, folks. And even when you go into testing water for water qualities, the test kits are a breeze. All you have to do is hold up and match a little color and say, oh, that's good, that's not good. Plus, you're going to have Animal Talk. You're going to have Chris from Flying Fish Express. And you're going to have a good bibliography of books we're going to recommend. This is going to be easy. This is going to be fun. Set it up next to your television in your living room, in your family room, and you will find that your eyes and your whole family will be drawn to that mini reef more than they will to the television. It'll be an educational experience. Plus, you will
can't change the
enjoy
channel
the
though. The remote doesn't work on the reef tank, does it?
No, but I tell you, the other thing, part of this that we'll touch on a little bit too, is what happens when the lights go out on a reef tank.
Yeah, pretty neat.
A whole new ecosystem comes out. We have Dave Weeks from the Fish Doctor in Ypsilanti, Michigan. Dave, you have what, a 300-gallon reef tank set up?
Yeah, and a 150.
And a 150. When you set that up, and you look at night. Have you ever looked at your reef tank at night?
Absolutely.
What are some of the critters that come out?
You get copepods in there. They look like small shrimp. Worms come out of the rock. A lot of shrimp tend to be nocturnal. Starfish, things like that.
Things that you didn't even know you had when you bought those pieces of live rock, which pieces of live rock are basically reef rubble that's collected and used in an aquarium to be the base for your reef.
Is that any relation to Barney rubble?
So middle of the night, you come out and you observe your tank. Do you like flick the lights on real quick and catch the shrimp out of their shells or something?
Use a flashlight with a red film over it.
Or a red piece
they go
of cloth.
scurrying across with their little hands across their body.
Well, hey, Chris, this will be fun for people to watch. Check out the website, ffexpress.com. As a matter of fact, Chris, we'll make sure that we also send you copies of these pictures. Maybe we can post them on your website as well.
Sure, that'll be wonderful.
Excellent, excellent. Folks, check it out. You'll enjoy it. If you've always wanted to set up a saltwater tank, now is your opportunity. Thanks for being with us, Chris. We appreciate it.
Not a problem.
AnimalTalkRadio.com is the website. We're here for you. Take advantage of the resource that we are, because we're resources like nobody else has seen before. And if you want to know what that means, so do I. We'll be back right after this. Let's go right to the phones. Let's go to Lee. Hey, Lee, welcome to Animal Talk and KMOX. What can we do for you?
Hi. Well, I'm enjoying your program, and because I was driving down the highway and couldn't get back fast enough, I missed it with my winning answer to the what's wrong.
Would you like to try another trivia question just so you could say you won?
I'll give it a shot.
All right. Okay, the question is, Rob and Laura Petrie found a dog, and they named the dog Cutie Pie, Lucky, Horrible, or Baby.
Oh, Rob and Laura Petrie.
That's a Dick Van Dyke show.
Baby.
Oh, nice try. Horrible. You tried. We gave you a shot, though. Can we answer your question, though?
Okay, my question was about my dog. I travel long days, and I do have a pet sitter, but on occasion I don't get home when I had originally planned. So what's the longest I can expect her to go without having to go outside to go to the bathroom?
It's kind of like the old commercial. How many licks does it take to get to the center of whatever it was?
Tootsie Roll Pop.
Yeah. Okay. It all depends. Scheduling is the most important thing here. Can a dog go 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours? Sure. If the scheduling's good enough and if you're consistent. The worst thing you can do for a dog is to take that routine or consistency away. So whatever you do, you want to try to stick to it. Now what are we talking here? How long of a time can we expect to leave this dog according to your schedule?
Well, normally she is walked every 6 hours.
Okay.
But I wasn't able to get home until about 9 hours after her normal walk.
9 hours after her normal walk?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was in the middle of the night.
Yeah. What breed of dog is it?
She's a St. Louis street dog.
A St. Louis street dog.
That's a new AKC breed.
How much does this?
They call it a homie dog.
The St. Louis street dog weigh?
Oh, she's probably 45 pounds.
45 pounds. Well, it's kind of marginal. What I was thinking here is there are new products now for actually housebreaking dogs. Purina makes a litter for dogs that may or may not be something that appeals to you, but it will be able to afford you a lot more freedom with
litter training your dog.
Now, when you leave your dog, is the dog caged or left in a room that keeps her safe?
Yeah, she's in a room. I close all the doors, and then I have those beeper things on the furniture, so she's not on the furniture.
So she's in a whole room?
She's in a whole room, yeah.
Okay. You may want to consider that then.
What's that? The litter training?
The litter training, yeah. Because you say you work long hours, and again, you have to be very consistent with the dog, and you can get the dog to wait 9 or 10 hours pretty easily if you schedule her properly. But also leave that option open too. It's litter made for dogs, and it's the same procedure as you would use for a
small
cat.
waiting pool.
Yeah.
Okay, where do I get that?
I think most of the groceries are selling it now, aren't they?
I'll tell you what, if you email us at questions@animaltalkradio.com, we'll help you get that information.
Okay, can I ask one more question?
I'll tell you, we'll put you on hold and we'll take you off the air. How's that sound?
Okay, thanks.
All right. Hey, Marianne, we'll get to you too, so hang loose. No one goes away with an unanswered question here in the Animal Talk Radio Network. Thank you very much for listening to us today, folks. We appreciate it. Check out the website, animaltalkradio.com. Dave Weeks, thanks for being here today. We appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you.
Dr. Mark Alsager, thanks for sitting in for Brad.
Oh, it's always fun time.
Brian, I love you. See you later.
Yeah.
Beth, good job tonight. Jamie.
Little Beetle.
Bye-bye, boys. Have fun storming the castle.
Think of the lake.
It would take a miracle. Goodbye.